What is going on, everyone? My name is Damien, also known as qybii. How's everyone going today? I've not heard from you guys. This is the longest time I haven't uploaded, probably all year long, and I'm so sorry about that. I know we're technically in the middle of a hard 50 or actually 6 days to go, but I want to scrap that and we're starting brand new today. We're uploading every single day until the NBA season comes to an end, yes, until the day an NBA champion is crowned. We're going to upload every single day. And yeah, let's just get straight into today's video. I appreciate all love and support like always. You guys are just always unreal when it comes to that aspect, I guess, of the YouTube side of things. But yeah, if you guys are new around here, make sure to go follow my Twitch, my TikTok, Twitter, whatever you see in the description. Make sure to give it a follow. Keep it updated. On Twitter, I'm quite active. Obviously, just a normal user, I guess. Massive Lakers fan, so if you want to see more Lakers content, definitely go check out my Twitch. And if you just want NBA like game reviews, you want some gameplay streaming of 2K or whatever, make sure to check out my Twitch as well. So without further ado, let's get stuck in today's video. The Houston Rockets had a masterclass performance last night, or should I say yesterday during the day for me, against the Golden State Warriors, holding Steph Curry to a season low 3 points. And yes, I know that's a clear game where he didn't score, but he did get injured in that game, so I'm gonna let that shit slide for real. And a massive part of this is the Rockets will play whoever offense as well. If you guys don't know what whoever offense means, it pretty much they're just switching. I guess the ball handler will get a pick, and who they'll get the pick from, whoever is the worst defender, or if it's not the worst defender, it's the player that's doing the most offensive end. So Steph Curry was getting bullied all night long. They're switching onto him, that Dylan Brooks backing down on him, no pause. Amin Thompson was just pressing him as soon as he crossed half court. Because any shot cross half court is literally a layup for this man. You cannot give him any space whatsoever. And it's crazy about this, it just pretty much exposes some of the Warriors, I guess what they're trying to do, because obviously they have getting some great inputs from Brendan Bonjeski. Draymond Green has been terrific. He's probably going to be your defensive player of the year if I'm not lying to you. But even Buddy Hield, he had I remember the first couple of weeks of the season, I noticed for a fact that he was a top 5 MVP leader when it comes to that, I guess, aspect, like one of the best players in the entire league the first couple of weeks of the season. And obviously that shit started off because we're relying on other guys now, even though Buddy Hield minutes have done nothing but increase actually. So for the Houston Rockets to come into San Francisco and just absolutely lock up Stephen Curry shit like that, it's just unbelievable in my eyes. Stephen Curry would only have 3 points this game, 2 rebounds, but he did have 8 assists, so he was doing a decent job of finding his teammates when he was getting absolutely smothered. Going with just 1 of 10 from the field and 1 of 8 from the 3-point line, this man had to shoot a half-court prayer pretty much to get his only shot to go for the night down. And everyone was thinking maybe that would get Stephen Curry going, which was a tough half. But man, between all these little dogs that the Houston Rockets have, and especially Amin Thompson, Dylan Brooks was doing a decent job. Van Vliet was even giving it his all when they got the switch. It was just great to see. Houston Rockets literally have the second best defense in the entire NBA for no reason. Obviously, the Oklahoma City Thunder are first. And not to mention Amin Thompson's stats, this man had 3 steals and 2 blocks. All 3 of those steals coming off Stephen Curry passes or just straight strips, and one of his 2 blocks coming off Stephen Curry's layup as well. As you can see there, it's just a lazy pass. No one's running back on defense for the Golden State Warriors because they're just getting suffocated by the Rockets defense, and it's just crazy to see. This Rockets team has so many pieces, it's just whether or not you can trust them or not. They got everything you need on the basketball court: athleticism, defense, offense, shooting, great balance of personnel, great balance of rookies, young players, sophomores even, veterans. Say however you like, Red Van is definitely a veteran. He's got championship experience and quite honestly could have won that finals MVP over Kawhi. I've made a video heaps talking about the Houston Rockets offense, but I'll go over the numbers just very quickly. I won't get too much in detail on that. They're about middle of the whole entire league when it comes to points per game, averaging 114, which is actually 14th in the entire association at the moment. As you can see there, you got Şengün playing press defense at half court of Fred VanVleet. Are you serious? Yes, that opens up a free lob, but man, they wasn't letting this man get any shots whatsoever. And I'm curious to see if this is how it will work in a playoff series. I would be keen to see a Rockets versus Golden State first round. They shoot 45% from the field, which is actually pretty low. The offense is quite stagnant sometimes. Jalen Green is probably one of the most inconsistent players in the entire association. And I feel like when you have to rely on him night in and night out, giving him the same shots, the same opportunities, just obviously one game going crazy and one game going, 2 for 14, 2 for 15 from the field, like he has done all season long. Obviously, the one player you can always count on is Şengün. And this is what I was saying before. Look at right now on your screen. Stephen Curry bang from half court pretty much. That was the only shot he was going to get the entire night. It was just a rough night for him. Anyways, Şengün is always a nice shoulder to lean on. He's getting you consistent double-doubles. He's getting those rebounds. He's bullying down low. He was bullying Draymond a lot in this game. And this is specifically in this game as well. They're trying to switch Jimmy Butler onto him, or whenever there was a small defender, like there was a few possessions of Brendan Bajewski was on him, this man was taking full advantage as he cuts right there for the slam. But back to the Rockets stats anyway, they're 35% from the 3-point line, which is actually 21st in the entire league. As I said, they do have a good balance, but it becomes quite stagnant sometimes. But if they can get the sort of production what they did the other night from every single person on their team, it's going to be a long playoff run for this Rockets team. I'm just really excited to see what they can do in the playoffs. Obviously, the bar isn't set high whatsoever because team's still up and coming. I mean, this team was a perfect, it took, I guess, 4 or 5 years, maybe even 6 by the time it's all said and done. But this Rockets team rebuilded perfectly, beautifully after they traded away James Harden, got all these picks, developed their young players. Obviously, they lost one of their best young players due to some of the domestic stuff off the court in Kevin Porter Jr. But man, they definitely found their pieces for damn sure. In their defense, it's just locked. I mean, they allow the 5th least points in the entire association in points per game. They only allow 108 points per game, which is actually quite surreal. I mean, they're tied 3rd in the entire association, tied with Memphis Grizzlies and Cleveland Cavaliers on, I guess, the worst 3-point percentage in the entire league, or defending the 3-point line, so defending it good, forcing opponents to shoot just under 44% for the entire season. As I said, that is tied 3rd in the entire association. 13th in blocks in the entire association, 10th in steals in the entire association. They're 1st in the entire league in rebounding at 48.8 per game. Yes, 1st in the entire association. A massive part of that comes from everyone. Amen Thompson can give you 10 boards. Jalen Green gets in there for boards. Fred VanVleet gets in there for boards. He's good for like 4 or 5 boards a game at least. And then you got Şengün, obviously he can give you 10 rebounds every given night. I mean, Steven Adams actually leads the entire association in offensive rebounds and is by quite a big margin as well. So definitely having Steven Adams come off your bench and be your backup center. Obviously it took a lot of time for him to be healthy, and Rockets fans were, I guess, not upset but quite frustrated to the fact how long it took Steven Adams to get healthy and up and going. But man, it's definitely been worth the wait. He didn't look like a good fit at first for this young Rockets team, but he's found his role and he's playing it to perfection. Guys, I'm not going to get too much into personal stats. Just know that this team's defense has been through the roof. I will go over a few plays that's contributing a shit ton when it comes to this Rockets defense. Obviously, they're 2nd best in the entire association. You got Amen Thompson, who's obviously the starting shooting guard for this team. This man averages almost 9 rebounds a game. Absolute dog, averages 2.7% offensive rebounds as well. Not to mention as well, is averaging 1.5 steals and 1.5 blocks per game. Definitely a hustle player, has a I guess, the ability and the potential to be one of the best perimeter defenders we've seen ever. I mean, like prime Kawhi, even better. We just don't know what this kid's ceiling is going to be, and I'm all for it. I can't wait for it to see it unwrapped. Tyree Eason is a very underappreciated, well, I guess underrated piece of this Rockets team. Obviously, Rockets fans know what I'm talking about, but this man's a hustle player up and down the court. Everyone gets noticed for him because his offense, he can drop 20, 15, whatever it may be. But this man's averaging just under 2 steals per game and pretty much damn near averaging a block per game as well. Just causing hell on pretty much whatever defender. I guess they got Curry and they got Bajewski. He did a pretty decent job with him. He still had a very decent game though, Bajewski did. But it's just the effort and the intensity that this man or these 2 guys actually give up. I mean, there's just a lot of guys that are averaging 1-on-1 pretty much. Dylan Brooks just averages just under 1 steal, 1 block per game. Şengün almost averages 2 steals per game and 0.2 off averaging a block per game as well. But for someone who's 6'9" or pretty much borderline 6'10", Alpha Şengün actually gives you so much more, I guess, just energy. The fact that he's getting all these boards, he can play a little bit of defense here and there. He's not a traffic cone, don't get me wrong. There's a lot of centers that are worse than him at defense. It's just something he just has to improve on. And not to mention VanVleet averages a steal and a half per game. But man, this Rockets team potential is going to be great. I can't wait to see what they can do in the playoffs. At least get some playoff experience under the belt. If you guys didn't know, they've officially clinched a playoff spot. I guess the furthest they could fall down is 3rd seed. But I'm pretty confident they're going to stay in that 2nd seed because they'll have to lose all of their games and the Lakers would have to win all of their games. So pretty much 2nd seed is locked up for this Houston Rockets team. But guys, anyways, please let me know down in the comments what you guys think about this Rockets team and their defense, their passion, their energy. Let me guys know what you think they can do in the playoffs, or it's just going to be a big learning hunt for them. But anyways, this has been your boy QB. Thank you so much for all love and support, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace.